day today for Iowa City racing fans. Every May, thousands of sports car enthusiasts from every part of the United States assemble here. With them, they bring the precision-made cars produced by the world's finest automotive engineers. They're here again today to participate in the sports car races sponsored each year for the Iowa City Optimist Club and the Iowa Region Sports Car Club of America. This is Bob Brooks with you this afternoon to describe the races and give you a little background of sports car racing in America. Here's the carousel follow, 1 9/10 miles of blistering concrete runway with hairpin turns aplenty. Cars are drawn up to the start-finish line, ready for a race, always a tense moment before they start. And there they go. This thrilling sight is being repeated in each of the 48 states this year. The Sports Car Club of America allows only one race per state during the season. But these sports cars aren't actually racing cars. Most of their owners give them everyday usage, and the same cars serve them as transportation to and from the race. A driver may pack the family luggage in the rear seat, drive 1,000 or 2,000 miles, race 100 miles, and return home, all without even so much as a change of spark plugs. It's a pastime being followed by thousands of Americans each year. Figures show that the sales of sports cars have doubled every year. You're seeing today some of America's best drivers in Europe's best machines, racing under conditions different probably from the type of race you're used to. This is a true road race, not a track race like Indianapolis audiences see. This road racing moved out of America in 1917, but is a flourishing sport in Europe today. And the end of the race. That's the big moment. These are all sports cars. They may be in the production class, meaning cars with no modification from the standard production model. Or they may be in the sports car class with individual modifications and one-of-a-kind specials. The third type, the unrestricted class, includes the Grand Prix racing cars, the big ones, and the small but fast Formula 3 cars. The unrestricted cars will be allowed in the last race only. Before the next race, we might look at some of these beauties like the Ford Thunderbird, Italian Maserati, Mercedes, Jaguar, the British Arnott Bristol, the familiar Jaguar XK120, the Mercedes 300 SL from France, the British MG, a low-price sports car that's becoming more and more familiar on American highways. But today in Iowa City, the Jaguar is the most popular car. 32 of them listed in these races. In this next race, the women have a chance to show themselves the equals of men drivers. Most of them are wives of club members, driving the family sports car. Competition is keen in this all-women's race, with the girls out to show their men folks what they can do. With 5 laps to go, they pour on the horsepower, shooting down the straightaway at speeds near the 100 mark. This is Ruth Levy, driving a Jaguar XK120L. A lot of car for anybody to handle, but not too much for this lady from Minneapolis. They spread out now and get the all clear from an official waving his green flag. And it looks like car 100 is leading the field with plenty of room to spare, but it's still anybody's race as they battle it out on the straightaway. These gals, incidentally, and more than a dozen of them were on hand to compete, are driving under the same rules as the men do. And there's that beautiful sight, the checkered flag signaling the end of the race. The proud winner, Ruth Levy of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Yes, sir, she's earned her corsage today. And after her victory ride around the track, she's sending the roses to a driver injured in another race. A gesture of the kind of sportsmanship typical of these drivers. The next race is a blistering 20 laps, 38 miles for sports and production sports cars under 1500 cc. They're off in this Optimus Trophy race. I might mention here, there are no money prizes for these drivers. They're here for one thing and one thing only, the thrill of racing, plus maybe the added thrill of winning. Their only reward is a $10 trophy, a wreath of roses, but mostly just the feeling of a wide open track ahead and clear sailing, and power unlimited underfoot. For the second straight year, these races were sponsored by the Iowa City Optimus Club. Paul Shaw and his group are to be given a lot of credit for the wonderful job that they have done, the way the races were run off, and the handling of the crowd. Here you get a fine view of the turns where much of the competition is really red hot. Plus that, nearly 4,000 people were on hand in near perfect sunny weather watching these cars perform. On the straightaway, they get that reassuring green flag. Besides the green, they have a yellow flag for use caution, slow down. The red flag signifies the race has been stopped. White flag, ambulance or official car on the race course. The colorful yellow with horizontal stripes. Oil on the track, slippery, use caution. A black flag says stop at your pit. Blue with an orange stripe, you are being overtaken, give way. And of course, the checkered flag tells the driver you have finished the race. These drivers have brought their pet cars here today, cars like the Italian Ferrari costing $12,000. Out on the course, they grind them over sizzling concrete. And believe me, it's sizzling this afternoon. They push them around impossible turns, inches and sometimes fractions of inches away from the spinning hubs of the next car. Tires are shredded and gearboxes explode from the heat, scattering gear teeth over the track. But they keep coming back, more and more people each year, for this most exciting of sports. Out on the track, there's a real spirit of sportsmanship. And these drivers really demonstrate the SCCA's motto. Sportsmanship demands safe driving. Two cars battle it out for first place, both of them Porsche Spyders. The end of the race is signaled. And here's the winner. Bob Davis of Bloomington, Illinois, receives a flag that signaled his victory and carries it around the track in his Porsche 550 Spyder, a hot car today. And now the big race of the day, the Unlimited class, for sports and production sports cars over 1500 cc. They'll go 20 laps with a total of 38 miles. Some of these big cars are the same as the ones used at Indianapolis, the Grand Prix type. The flying start calls for a pace lap, led by the official's car. An obstruction on the track necessitates a standing start, instead giving officials time to clear the track. When these big cars bunch together on the turns, there's not much elbow room, you can be sure of that. As the 4,000 fans continue to watch the feature race of the day. Some of the drivers come from as far away as California. 8 other states are represented here besides Iowa. Now they begin to fight for that #1 spot. Number 55, the winner of the last race, is a strong contender in there at the moment. And number 55 is doing an outstanding job. Number 12 is driven by Loyal Katsky of Omaha, Nebraska, who was winner of the feature race last year. Here you get a close-up of him. Loyal Katsky is trying to repeat again, and the boy from Omaha is maintaining his lead in this race. Right now, it looks like car number 55 has made his bid. He has cut on the inside and has passed car number 12 and leads the race. Car number 55 and car number 12 continue the battle. Now, this race has developed into quite a show between these two cars, number 55 and number 12, as first one takes that lead and then the other. Bob Davis in his little Porsche making a fine showing out there this afternoon. And now the winner is signaled. Boyle Katsky has duplicated his last year's win driving a Jaguar XK 120C to his close decision over Bob Davis in this race. And that's it. We'll see you at next year's Optimus Club race.